So the first time I pulled up to the Topeka farm, I remember thinking this is one of the prettiest deer hunting farms ever. We had a lot of really good genetics, and that's one of the most important things to look at, when you're buying a farm. I shot a nice deer there last year, a big framed 8-point. So this place has them. And when we were tracking him, man, I got into some of the areas of this farm I hadn't been in. We got this deer that was there all year long. He's got all kinds of stuff going on, some splits and stuff. He's got a big drop tine, and he's super young, and he was there all year. They're deer that look like 2- and 3-year-old baby giants with common bases and all this stuff. And having those genetics is the most important thing. So this place has them. It is about as beautiful habitat as you can find for whitetail deer hunting, in my opinion. The way it rolls, the grasses intermixed with the cedars, it's just a very aesthetically pleasing farm, and it just screams, big bucks. Another big thing about this part of Kansas is it's got really good soils on it, really good dirt, and these bottom fields are just about as good as it gets in the area. Starting on the west side, you've got this big east and with lots of little southeast facing knobs, and this whole thing is just thick. So it's awesome relative to this food. There's big river bottoms all up and down here. So you're basically one of the first farms of cover relative to all those big creek bottoms. Another really interesting thing about this farm is we have the piece to the north leased as well, which is around 320 acres. And we have a longer term lease option on that. And we also have a deeded right of first refusal to actually buy that and add that 320. The north side of Topeka, if you take a drive around, the city and the growth is sprawling. Not very far to the east, beautiful homes popping up on farms like this. As an investment, it's a hunting farm, but you're in that growth path where as an investment, you could see appreciation that a normal rec farm might not hit. This field here is interesting. There's terraces all in the field. So this field could be reclaimed and put back into some type of production, hay production, alfalfas, red clovers, soybeans. This blind was put here for access reasons. Basically, you'd slide in here with a south wind. You'd come down this edge, you'd go into the woods, down into about a 10-foot ditch where that creek is, pop back up, and behind a bunch of cedars right into the blind. So this field, essentially, there could be 50 deer in this field, and you can get right out of the back of that blind, shoot back across, and get out. So we did a big reclamation project over here this summer with a lot of equipment, and even some of this is included. But we slicked everything off, cleaned it up, did fix up some dry dams and stuff. This field was also all terraced. There's a feeder here, and this black, the plan was to put switchgrass right there. It's kind of all prepped for it, and that would screen it from the road.